Hi boys and girls, I'm Miss Lydia from the Boston Library. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Today we are going to have a nature-inspired story time. So we're going to begin by reading this book, The Hike by Alison Farrell. Yoo-hoo! Almost ready? Just one more cut. Just a few more feathers. We are going on a hike. Wren, Elle, Hattie, and Bean. Here, do you see some of the animals that they see out there? There's a chipmunk, a red fox, and a bumblebee up there. It's our favorite thing to do. Hey, wait for me! In the beginning, we liked to run like maniacs. Until a ripe patch of thimbleberries slows us down. Do you see them picking the thimbleberries and eating them? And there's a toad. Elle teaches us how to make leaf baskets. See them making their baskets there? We may have eaten too many berries. Is that possible? I thought we were saving some for later. She still has some in her basket. And who is that making that tap, tap, tap in the tree? Do you see the woodpecker? The hike gets steep and the trail narrows. Boo! Ah, Hattie! How'd you get up there? Do you see some of the other plants that they have found in their forest walk? We get lost. Which way is north? Pretty sure we're not supposed to cross a river yet. They're all looking at different maps. Did we go left after the berry patch? Right, I think. Wren, what's another word for blue? Azure, cerulean, cobalt? Here's Wren's sketchbook. We're halfway there. In no time, we get back on track. Who made these footprints? Do you know whose footprints those are? A deer walks past and Bean sneezes. Achoo! The deer vanishes so quick, we wonder if it was ever really there. A light rain comes and goes. The birds are happy. We listen to them chirp and chatter in the trees. This is the river we were looking for, right, Hattie? Do you see the fish down there in the river? And Wren's adding to her sketchbook. Birds we saw at Whitefish River. Anna's hummingbird, a mountain chickadee, and a mountain bluebird. Hattie gets tired. Elle offers to carry her. We can't hear you. I said 30 minutes to the top. Look at that waterfall. Soon, Elle is tired too. Giddy up. I can't do this much longer. She's carrying the other two. Here they are, hiking up a steep hill. Ride's over, everyone. Brr, it's getting really chilly. They're almost to the top. At the top, Wren takes out her flag, Elle reads her poem, and Hattie releases feathers into the wind. See the feathers all flying away? We did it! They made it to the top. And here they are hiking back down in the sunset, all the way back home. And here's another detailed look at Wren's sketchbook. Some things I saw today: Steller's jay, barred owlets, some dead trees, she has a lot of detail in her notebook, doesn't she? Here she took and made pictures of all of the different leaves and plants that she saw. And even some more detail. So those are all of the things that Wren saw on her walk. We're going to make some notebooks to take on our walk with us. So to make our nature journals, we need some plain white printer paper that you can cut down to any size that you want. So I have about that size. I've taken several sheets. It depends on how much you want to put in your notebook. And then I've punched 3 holes in on one side. I'm also taking, to make my cover, I had some construction paper on hand. You can use a paper bag, you can use cardboard, anything that you have to make your cover. And I've punched 3 holes in that too. And this piece I just folded right over to make my cover. So I'm going to take my pieces of white paper, place those right inside, and then line up my holes. And then I have an old shoelace here that I'm going to use to put it together. So I'm going to start at one end and just weave it through. And then I'm going to weave it back through the other way. That way it looks like this on both sides. And then I can bring the pieces back into the center from either end. This one I'm just going to loop up through the back so that it ends up on the same side. And then I can tie them off. Like that. Then I can cut off the excess. And you can use just a blank notebook like that. You can take any picture that you've drawn that you like and glue that right on the front. Maybe write your name on top. Another fun addition is to add some pockets to the inside. So I've taken some cardstock and I've just taped a little square on 3 sides here on the inside, and then if I find something on my walk that I want to stick in that pocket, I can just tuck it right inside there and then close it up so that it's safe. Now that we have our nature journals with us, let's go take a walk and see what we can find outside. Good. If you take a look in the tree over here, we have a little robin sitting there. They have a nest nearby, so there's another one flying back and forth too. Here we have some spring beauty. These are some of the first flowers that open up in the woods. You have to look really closely for them, but they're very pretty, so I'm going to take a minute and take a sketch so that I can add that to my notebook. Here you can see we have some toad eggs. So they will often lay their eggs in small puddles like this in the woods and hope that they have enough time to grow into tadpoles and then into toads and hop away before the puddle dries. Here we have the leaves of trout lilies. These are going to send up some yellow bell-shaped flowers in a couple of weeks. You can see the speckles on the leaves are really pretty right now. Over here we have the beginnings of some mayapple plants. In a few weeks, these will send up some big umbrella-shaped leaves and then the small blossom that will turn into a mayapple. All the little critters in the woods like to eat those. Here you can see evidence of woodpecker activity on this tree, this stump that's down. And also, we've got a lot of mushrooms growing. And if you look over at this tree over here, we have several different types of mushrooms. So we've got these little ones down at the bottom. If you look way up the top, there's some really big mushrooms up there. So I'm going to take a second now to sketch this out in my notebook. If you look out over the pond, you can see a bunch of geese are here already. So these are Canadian geese. This time of year on this pond, you'll also see a lot of ducks coming through, and every so often the occasional swan will make a stop here too. So if you look at the edge of the pond here, we have some tadpoles that have just recently come out of the mud. You can see them swimming away there. Oh, there's a kingfisher. He's not in a hurry. So you can see right here we have our trout lily leaves, but in the middle there are tiny little yellow violets here. So you see these are coming from a different shaped leaf. These are a lot rounder, and these are little yellow violets that come up this time of year. Thank you so much for joining me on our walk. I hope you enjoyed finding some signs of spring with me. I'm going to take a minute and sit down with my nature journal and detail everything that I found. Let me know what you see in your yard. Bye-bye.